Here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Check. Check 53, Mike. You gonna see me? 35. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Miami.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Regular. Left.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Regular. Six guys. Check 6 guys.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, check Mike 57.
On the run, Darkwan. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
You can't block me.
Here's Darkwan. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You got nothing. Pistol. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Now Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
52's a Mike. Watch Mike. Yeah. Regular. Mike 52.
Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught. Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Set. 20. Get your swerve
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Watch it. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Charles Harris has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
King. 52's the mic, boys. 52. And come on out here. Come get some.
Mayfield to throw it. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Darkwa. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Darkwa. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll They'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check 53. Check back, check back.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. He'll set up the screen to Drake. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, alert, 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 alert. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Throwing, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check 3. I got it.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Browns nothing.
Good. 180. It's been a long day for you. Cut.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Charles Harris in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. Robinson's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Right here. Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Check 20. Check 53. Go. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
On 3rd and short, Drake. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Yep.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
I got him.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Charles Harris in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Real.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Almost the entire length of the field. A punt return of 97 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Christian Wilkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Point it right.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
You must be dreaming.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day, dog. Up left. Hey, 52.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him. 0. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Able to find Harris, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. 52, Mike 52.
Mayfield on play action. This is the tight end, Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
He's got it. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
52 is the mic right here.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Defense wins championships, baby. Kill. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's go.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
53, Mike. 34. Here we go. Check three. General West. Crunch.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Fitzpatrick now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Carry on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Regular. Kings.
Now Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They go play action here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Check safety. Point it right.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Don't get nervous. Mark 55.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Real. Mike 52.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Go!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, wahoo! 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Double dog. That's the way.
Fitzpatrick on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Kill.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First down, Miami.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Come on, shift. Check your hot read.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Check 53. That's the pass.
Hey, 5-0.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
On second and 12, Fitzpatrick throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Bravo.
Mike. All day. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch QB drop.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Following the interception, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Back to it after the pick six, Fitzpatrick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And all the way down to the 37. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball, his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Mike, number 53. 3 buzz. Watch
Protein spill.
53. Mike. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll go down at the 28. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 28. Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts. But now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Man, I got you. 53 for Mike. 53.
Kill.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Demarius Randall. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
53, check 53. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down and avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Hearns brings it in. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield, this one complete to Ingram. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's a game of 3.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. They were pretty quiet.
Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, on 133. 152. Block 52. 52's the mic.
Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the 1st quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play, he finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert, 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 alert. 52, right 52. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Mike.
Now Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 22 yards there, a first down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Check 52. Pistol. Switch.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
52 and 56.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
My 20. 51.
In your face.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to win the football game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the fourth quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
So for the Browns, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.